Tajdaev in the black shorts. Taylor in the red shorts. Shake hands. And those are big guys. Middleweight, 185 pounds. Both seeming to be very athletic there and explosive. Lateral movement by Taylor. Trying to find his way with the jab, Taylor. Good angle as his opponent moves forward. But there it is in Tajdaev's right hand, finding its way in. And dancing movement by Taylor. It seems like he's waiting for his opponent's action to create an angle and attack back. Now there it is. Moving away, nearly slipping there. Big low kick by Taylor. Oh! Cartwheel kick by Tajdaev, finding the way in. We've seen that before from small Muay Thai fighters. We call it Senchai kick because the legend Senchai is known for that kick. We don't expect a middleweight to come with that punch and even landing that kick. Taylor trying to damage his opponent's legs, also in the stand-up with the low kicks, now with the heel kicks. On the ground from the bottom position, you can see Tajdaev's leg is reddening up a little bit there, but it doesn't really matter in that position because Tajdaev has the top control. Even in half guard, even if he ends up in half guard, maybe the side control in MMA isn't always the best option when you're on the ground because it's easier for your opponent to scramble back up on the feet when you're controlling him in side control. So as a fighter, I would always prefer the guard or half guard position, but Tajdaev knows exactly what he's doing right there. His balance is good. He's having a good base, controlling his opponent's shoulder, trying to get that cross face in. Controlling the opposite arm. Now back in half guard, but doesn't matter at all because it is still a good top control. Trying to go for that head and arm choke. And Taylor keeps kicking with the heel. Maybe it's just an annoying punch, annoying movement, and using his athleticism to get out. Tajdaev is pressing his opponent against the cage. Double underhook position, having an advantage there. Lifting the left leg of Taylor. Now if he changes the direction of his pressure and hooks the leg, he could get a takedown very, very easily. But Taylor finding strikes with the knees there. As Tajdaev leaves his body up. Very open. Over underhook position now. Last 10 seconds of the first round. End of the first round, and we could see Tajdaev having the top control during the grappling exchanges, also finding good strikes in there. We have the Senchai kick, cartwheel kick. I wouldn't expect that from a middleweight. You can see how clean that was. Clean slap with his foot. If he was a little bit closer, I think he would have knocked his opponent out with that kick.
Seconds out, but Royals playing. Seconds out, please. Beide Ecken, seconds out. Seconds out, bitte.
And now Tajdaev Taylor reacting to crowd reactions.
Seconds out. Ring frei, Runde 2.
And now we have the proof. Tajdaev Taylor is distracted in this position. Southpaw stance for Tajdaev Taylor, trying to land. Not much happening yet. Tajdaev Taylor tries to dance away a little bit now and then. The only problem is he doesn't strike from his dancing movement, from his footwork. He shows some fancy footwork, but then he stands on the spot, waits like he's counting 3 seconds until 3, and then he throws his punches and strikes. Big takedown by Tajdaev. Back in top control. That's where he scored most in the first round. And we could see right now, we could see a repetition of the first round. Because same position, you could see Tajdaev Taylor struggles to get out of this position there. Trying to punch his opponent from the bottom position and not even really landing most of the strikes to the back of the head, even then without much effect. I would advise him to just use his energy to get back to his feet instead of throwing the punches. Both fighters talking to each other there. Back to the heel strikes. And we have to give it to Tajdaev because he is strong on top. He knows what to do on top. Good top control. Maybe even a wrestling background we can see here. And I guess Tajdaev is confident with that game plan to move his record up to 3-1. And maybe that is what I talked about before the fight even started. At that stage of your career as a fighter, you're trying to find your style and your winning game plan. And maybe Selim Khan Tajdaev is finding his game plan, his winning recipe in this fight. he's not even posturing up to land the strike. So even though Tajdaev is controlling the fight here, he's not even doing much damage. And that should be the first priority in the fight. Taylor again reacting to the crowd reaction. I don't understand what they're saying to him, but they seem to not really like him there. There has to be a bigger history behind that fight. Tajdaev complaining about the strikes to the back of the head. Instead of complaining, I think he should rather just posture up and land damaging strikes in the last 20 seconds of the fight. Because to be honest, there's not much happening right now. And in that position, there's not much danger. Now, trying to go to full mount position. That's it. End of the fight. And that should be the first career defeat for Taylor and for AKA Thailand right now. But we don't know until we hear the judge's decision by our MC Gonzo. And now we can see the trouble right there in the cage. People coming from the outside, fighters. There is a bigger trouble with this guy, Taylor, in this town. We can hear he's not welcome. He's not welcome in here.
Ladies and Gentlemen, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, wir haben ein offizielles Urteil. Der Kampf ging über 2 Runden, wir haben ein Punkturteil und das wiederum ist ausgesprochen knapp ausgefallen. Ein Judge wertete den Kampf unentschieden und 2 entschieden sich für die rote Ecke, Tajdaev.
And your winner